Reflect on a scenario when you wanted to buy something and the salesperson was really helping you and very genuine. And however, I'm the creator, if I can say like this, of the Soulful Selling methodology, standing on the shoulder of Michael Oliver. And what you will gonna be learning today is the Codex 9. Okay, this is the heart of the methodology. And I have 10 years of experience as a business coach, actually 12. Okay, so I've been doing this for a long time. I was 19 when I started. I remember I've done my first webinar literally 12 years ago. We didn't have Zoom back then. It was a different world, okay? And just so you know, I did train the sales team of some major brands like Soma Breath. Currently, we're working with Marisa Peer, and we work with all kind of companies and clients. For those of you who don't know me, today I'm going to be your high-ticket sales coach. I'm a business strategist. I want to honor my mentor, Michael Oliver. So I was personally mentored by this amazing man. I will tell you more later. But basically, Michael, in sales, he's a legend. He's the author of a book called Natural Selling. And all the big names, Jeremy Miner, Cole Gordon, all the best people in sales these days actually learn from Michael. Okay, briefly about me, so you understand better how I started and why I'm doing this. I wanted to find a picture of struggle for those slides, but I don't have it. I guess you take picture only when things are good, not when things go bad. But there was a time when I started when I was not smart, okay? And basically, my friend Zen, I think he's still here today, he asked me to tell him the story. Say, Frans, how did you start with high-ticket sales? How come you became a trainer for high-ticket sales? Well, it wasn't really my intention. It wasn't really my thing. I was a business coach for many years. And back in the years, like 6-7 years ago, I was known, especially in Italy. I had my YouTube channel, I had business partner, I had networking, and people would just come to me and they wanted to work with me. And I was in a good place. And my sales calls were super easy. People came to me, I talked to them, they bought. I was like, perfect, I'm great at sales, okay? Then what happened? It happened that I took a few years off, living in Thailand, doing some more like spiritual stuff, taking some years off. Then COVID came, and still taking time off. And then my mom, unfortunately, got very, very sick with Parkinson. And suddenly I had to leave my life and start taking care of my mom. And when things got a little bit better, I came back on the online space as a business coach, but now nobody knew me, right? Online, everything changed fast. It feels like my social media were cold, my email lists were cold. I was out of the scene for many years. And I thought it would have been easy to, okay, hey, Frans is back. I'm a business coach, work with me. It didn't work like that. This time I needed to do Facebook ad and to find leads. And then people started booking calls with me. And surprisingly enough, I thought I was a hot shot. I thought I could close deals. And I started to taking those calls and no deals were closing. I knew I was one of the best in Italy. I knew I had a good product. I knew I really cared. I knew I really, really care. If you know me, like I would meditate before the call. I would really help you, like I would really do my best. But I took more than 30 calls with people that had the money, had the intention, and nobody bought. And it was really depressing. I think I even cried at some point. I was like, why this isn't working? Why this isn't working? I knew I was good. And it came almost to a moment that I could say was a spiritual moment. At some point, I don't want to say gave up, but I was like, you know what? Frans, maybe this is a sign of the universe. You don't need to be a business coach anymore. You need to do something else. And I really let go. Okay, I let go. I detached from this outcome. I surrendered. And for some reason, and this ties into the story because it is a very important concept, is the concept of detachment. The moment I detached, suddenly, by looking online, I found my mentor and Michael Oliver. And it's very interesting, you know, when I was struggling and I was like, I want to do this, it didn't work. But when I let go, suddenly, you know, when the student is ready, the teacher appears, they say. And I met my mentor, Michael Oliver. He taught me his methodology. I helped him. We became friends. I helped him with his course. He helped me in sales. And I kid you not, literally like 2 days after, 1 week after, I was closing deals. Every deals. I was closing deals after deals after deals after deals. And this just came out of the Michael Oliver help. And thanks to Michael, I got this missing piece, okay? You will learn about another time. I have a methodology, it's a 4S system to build your online business. And one of the pieces is the soulful selling. Okay, today we're gonna focus on that. We're gonna focus on soulful selling. And basically selling high-ticket sales was the missing piece of the puzzle. It's very different to close a sales when somebody already knows you, likes you, trusts you, wants to work with you. Super easy, anybody can do it, and we can help you also to develop that process. But nowadays, often we rely on ads and social media, and people come to you and they don't know you, they don't like you, they don't trust you, okay? Everybody's trying to sell them, the competition is huge. And how can you have like Tim or like myself, a 40% close rate with cold traffic from people that come from Facebook and they never even saw you before? Well, this is the solution, okay? The line of Jordan Belfort, his teaching is like straight line selling. He says selling is a straight line. Well, a good friend of mine taught me that there are no straight line in nature. And according to me, selling is not a straight line. Selling is a relationship. Selling is a spiral. It's going deeper and deeper into people, with people. So basically, Tim, he was a good friend of mine. And a few months ago, he was struggling. And then I enrolled him to become part of one of our sales team. So many of you today, they probably will do a similar journey. And instead of telling you what we can do for you, I wanted to let Tim telling you.
I'm recording this video to give you an insight about my journey with a soulful selling method. I try to keep it short. I'm very passionate about meditation and breathwork. And a while ago, my good friend Frans, that is leading the training today, called me and asked me if I would be interested in learning his selling method and helping to spread breathwork, to sell courses for it. And long story short, I trust this man. And after he explained me how the soulful selling method works, I was very keen to start. I really resonated with it because the way this method works is by really coming from a place of service and really helping people. So it's quite funny when I talk to other people who do sales, they ask me, so what is your objections? How is your objection handling? I rarely have any objections. There are no objections. People either don't have the money or I don't know, they can't do it, or it's not for them. And if it's not for them, then it's not for them. But with soulful selling, I'm able to create a deep connection. And I have a very good time. Sometimes during these calls, I have such beautiful experiences. And I feel like I'm doing a good job, and I never have like an icky feeling of I need to push something onto somebody or whatever. And I mean, let's talk straight. Since I started working as a closer with this method, I have the best numbers in my company. And now people are actually starting to copy what I'm doing. Like literally, the boss of this company now said, please everybody look at what Tim does and copy it. And what Tim does is using Francesco's soulful selling method and also embodying the qualities that are needed to use it successfully, which is having an open heart, really coming from the place of service, detaching from the sale. And yeah, it allowed me to generate an income of about €4,500, $5,000 a month in average since I started, working far less than a 40-hour work week. And in May, my company had high volume, so we got many leads. So I had more calls scheduled. I'm generally not going crazy on work hours. I always want my work-life balance. But I took more calls. I would say about 60, and my income was about $11,000. And this for me is completely new. So the last days I didn't make as much money, not even close. So I'm very thankful. I'm thankful for Frans for teaching me this method. I'm very thankful for the life that this allows me to live, with all the flexibility, with all the financial freedom. And I wish for every single one of you that you can experience the same.
Tim is my good friend, and he was a little bit struggling financially. And in a few months, he's making consistently 5K a month. If he works a little more, he can make 11K a month. This is life-changing. And I want that for people here that maybe are looking for that. Maybe some of you have a 7-figure company, 8-figure company, that's nothing. So I want this for you. And also, maybe some of you, they don't want to be in sales. They are here because they want to be a coach. Well, I want to tell you something that I realized recently, and I wish I realized 12 years ago when I started my business with $50 in my bank account, sleeping in the house of my grandma, okay? When I started, it was very difficult and I needed to learn all these things. If somebody would have told me, Frans, the secret is to learn high ticket sales. And I'm gonna tell you why. If you're a coach, consultant, expert, and you're a beginner in somehow, you're looking to begin your journey into building your online business, and you don't have a lot of maybe network or money or resources to invest, then I believe that becoming an high ticket closers could be one of the best things you can do, because you can learn this incredible high income skill, work in a similar industry. You could be selling for Tony Robbins or for Soma Breath or for Marisa Peer, somebody that does something similar to you, maybe on a higher level. And then after a few months, you could save the money, and now finally you have the money and the skills to invest in your business. I do, and I used to, for many, many years, I was teaching coaches how to build a coaching practice. And now I feel if somebody's beginning, my first advice would be learn high ticket sales and go to learn high ticket sales. So when you go to learn selling, you learn all stuff that doesn't work, but from some weird reason, everybody believes that this is selling, okay? There is a great book you can read. It's called Spin Selling. I will put it in the school community. And companies spend millions and millions of dollars doing this research. And they discover that most of the time, when people go through those kind of trainings, they don't come out as better salespeople. They actually come out as worse salespeople. So be very careful about that. And Benjamin, make me a favor. If you see some comment that I should see, let me know. Okay, cool. Okay, so why soulful selling is different and natural selling, like my mentor taught me, is actually different? Well, it isn't really about manipulation, and it's not about pressure or tactics. It's about authenticity, and it's about long-term success. Okay, I know we live in the instant gratification culture, but it's about long-term success. And personally, I think one of the reasons why I'm very good at sales is because most of my life I've been a coach. Okay, coaching is my biggest passion. I was in life coaching, business coaching, mentoring, consulting, all the different variations. Selling is really like coaching. It's really like listening. It's really like understanding. It's about shutting up. It's about disappearing and making space for that person. There was a Socrates, thousands of years ago. He said he created something called the meiotic approach. The approach where you need to ask questions and really not push your own ideas in the mind of people, but letting them come up with their own ideas. You don't need to motivate people. You need to inspire them from within. You need to let them inspiring themselves. So I hope in this training, I will not give you too many answers, but maybe I will help you to find your own answers and how you want to sell. Now, maybe you're wondering, is this for me? And what I mean is like, is this for me tonight? You know, this training? Is this for me tonight? Is this for me, this community in the coming days? What are you gonna learn? Well, if you're a coach, consultant, course creator, therapist, facilitator, retreat facilitator, or agency, and you want to learn or improve how to sell your high-ticket offer, then I would say you really are in a good place today. Also, are you a sales pro? Maybe you already are, or you're an aspiring sales pro and you want to join our team as a remote sales professional and transform lives by selling world-class programs for leading brands in the personal development and beyond. Okay, this is a great opportunity, is why I showed you the team testimonial. There are some of you here today that you want to have a high-paying job. You want to be able to work the flexible hours. You want to be able to work from anywhere in the world, and you don't have time right now maybe to develop your own course or program or building your business. You just wanna, like start now, start soon. Well, we're gonna talk about this, and me and Benjamin, we get approached all the time by small brand, big brands, everything in between. And we are looking to expand our team. We wanna create this community of soulful sales rep and place them with cool company, and really helping change the world, because we are selling for Tony Robbins, we're selling for Robert Kiyosaki, we're selling cool stuff, Soma Brev, and so many cool things that really help people. Okay, and also it doesn't matter if you're just starting out, you're a beginner, or maybe you already have a company, you even have a sales team. Good, stick around, we have something for you too. Okay, now, let's talk about the three main problems that probably you are facing in selling. If you're here today, I didn't make them up. These problems actually, we survey you. I read yesterday 87 survey, and I see that more people are still taking the survey. So if you haven't done, again, in the school community, you find the survey, and we will do our best to really help you with all the problems that you mentioned in the survey. But you want to guess what are the three main problems, okay? Cool. The three main problems that you face is, okay, problem number one, how to close high-ticket sales. And by high-ticket sales, I would say $3,000 up, okay? In our experience, my experience is about $3,000 to $20,000 deals. This is what we teach to close for our team, usually. And these are like high ticket. If you need to sell something below 2,000, you can use a webinar, you can use a good sales page. But if you have a product that is start to be like 2,000 and up, 3,000 and up, then you definitely need to have a human interaction. You cannot sell it with a webinar, okay? Or you could, but you're leaving a lot on the table, okay? So this is problem number one, how to overcome objection. As the team told you, you will not even need to do this anymore. I feel like Neo in the Matrix, when he's saying, hey, are you saying that I will be able to dodge bullets? No, you won't even need to do it. Huh? So are you saying, Frans, are you saying that I will be able to overcome all the objections? No, you will not even need to overcome objection. They will just not come up. There's not going to be objection. There's not going to be resistance. And then problem two, people are asking, how do I build a solid sales process? A repeatable system, a scalable system. And number three, how do I actually generate the leads? Okay, how many of you here need to generate more leads? Maybe you don't even get to the point where you have those sales conversations. Okay, between today and tomorrow, we will answer problem one and problem two. Problem three, I put it in the slides, but unfortunately is not something I can explain in like a few hours or not during this training. So we will talk about this in the community, and maybe we'll do another training. In the coming days, what are you going to learn? Well, if you're a coach, consultant, course creator, therapist, facilitator, retreat facilitator, or agency, and you want to learn or improve how to sell your high-ticket offer, then I would say you really are in a good place today. Also, are you a sales pro? Maybe you already are, or you're an aspiring sales pro and you want to join our team as a remote sales professional and transform lives by selling world-class programs for leading brands in the personal development and beyond. Okay, this is a great opportunity, is why I showed you the team testimonial. There are some of you here today that you want to have a high paying job. You want to be able to work the flexible hours. You want to be able to work from anywhere in the world, and you don't have time right now maybe to develop your own course or program or building your business. You just want to, like, start now, start soon.